The cherished memory of the founder and architect of the modern Azerbaijani state, national leader Heydar Aliyev, and the heroic sons of the motherland who sacrificed their lives for our territorial integrity and sovereignty is commemorated with 1 minute of silence. May Allah have mercy on their souls. President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Supreme Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Mr. Ilham Aliyev. At ease. Take the salute position. Attention to the center. Mr. President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, the parade squads of the armed forces are lined up at the military parade dedicated to the 5th anniversary of the victory in the patriotic war. Minister of Defense, Colonel General Zakir Hassanov. Salute, soldiers. Salute, Mr. Commander-in-Chief. Dear military personnel, dear guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to congratulate you and the entire Azerbaijani people on the occasion of the 5th anniversary of the glorious victory. I express my thanks to the leaders of brotherly countries who have accepted my invitation. I sincerely welcome their presence here. Today, in our parade, I have my dear brother, the President of the Republic of Turkey, Mr. Recep Tayyip Erdogan. My dear brother, at the Second Karabakh War, since the first hours, he has started to provide his support to Azerbaijan and to the people of Azerbaijan. His political and moral support he has extended to us has elevated us and has brought us additional might. And under the leadership of distinguished President of the Republic of Turkey, Mr. Recep Tayyip Erdogan, Azerbaijan has been receiving a constant support. At war, Azerbaijan was not alone. Turkey is with Azerbaijan. This was what he said, and that was a message to the entire world. And Azerbaijani people will never forget this support. And just 1 year after our glorious victory, the presidents of Turkey and Azerbaijan have signed the Shusha Declaration in the city of Shusha by bringing our relationship to the highest possible level, to the level of alliance. And today, at this military parade, we have the presence of Turkish armed forces, and this is another reflection of our alliance. And several years ago, my dear brother, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, was with us, and today we have other important person, my dear brother, the Prime Minister of brotherly Pakistan, Shahbaz Sharif, stands with us. And the brotherly Pakistani state has shown the solidarity and support in all 44 days of our war. And today at this parade, we have also Pakistani military personnel that is marching with us at this parade. And Azerbaijan, Turkey, and Pakistan, these three nations, they are showing so there's a solidarity between their armed forces. And I welcome all guests coming from friendly countries. And today, their presence at this event shows our unity and our brotherhood and our friendship in a clearest way. Early 90s, due to this occupational policy of neighboring Armenia, almost 20% of our territory has fallen under occupation. Almost 1 million of Azerbaijani citizens have become refugees and IDPs, and war crimes have been committed against us. The Khojalı genocide was perpetrated, and this has never shattered our will, because Azerbaijan has firmly said we will never reconcile with occupation. When we have been at peace negotiations, at all times, we have been declared if there will be no result for peace negotiations, we will liberate our ancestral lands by any means and options. Long years of negotiations have given zero result, and the main goal was that revealing Armenian intention that Armenian armed forces will never withdraw from the occupied lands, and political and economic support that have been extended by some circles. So they had the intention that to detach the ancestral land of Karabakh and attach it to Armenia. Our policy at that time was to fully restore our territorial integrity and sovereignty. And in 2003, when I was elected to the office of the President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, for the first time, I have declared that we will liberate our lands at whatever cost. And we have been working hard each year. Each month, we have been increasing our force. We have been voicing our standpoint at international arena. We have been going by every word in all international organizations. We have succeeded to get very important resolutions adopted in favor of our political position. We have built a strong economy. And without this economy, our financial resources would be very modest. We have secured our international and economic independence. We do not depend on any source. We do not depend on any position. That has gave us also a political independence. We, as a country, we had the independent policy, and this has brought us closer to historic victory. In Azerbaijan, we have fully established political and civil stability. This unity between the citizens of Azerbaijan and between the power and the people have been decisive factors. We have been upbringing our young generation in the spirit of patriotism. And today, our young people, at this war, they have shown their courage. They have sacrificed their lives to liberate our historical lands. And to be a patriot, it has become a part of their moral qualities. And that was one of the main factors at that war. We have successfully implemented energy and transport projects by providing an irreplaceable support for many nations at the international arena. At the same time, we have been building our army, our armed forces. We have succeeded to create brave and strong armed forces. We have raised their level of combat preparedness. We have provided all military capabilities. And of course, all these factors explain our glorious victory at the war. And when it comes to Armenia, Armenia did not make a good analysis, because after those operations, they have become even more avid. They have started to put new territorial claims to us. They have been threatening us to go for a new war. They have been even saying that we will go for a new war for the sake of new territories. And they will occupy the entire territory of Azerbaijan. They have been saying that their tanks will roll in the city, in the streets of Baku. And they say that they were drinking tea in the streets of Baku. But in reality, their dreams have become true. We have made their dreams become true, because today their military machines are being demonstrated in our trophy park. And Armenian criminals today, they are in the prisons, and they are in the remand prisons, and they are accounting their stories today in the court. 44 days. 44 days were enough for our military forces. Each day they have been going ahead, no step back, not a single day. A great professionalism, a valor, the heroic actions. May Allah rest the souls of all our martyrs in peace. We have shown to the entire world that we are a resilient nation and we have strong armed forces. We have demonstrated it in battlefield. Just during 44 days, we have liberated over 300 cities and villages. We have been chasing away our enemies and getting new lines, line by line. And any liberated village and city, the Azerbaijani flag that we have raised there, all of these have been inspiring Azerbaijani people. And finally, on November 8, the insurmountable fortress, the city of Shusha, has been liberated from Armenian occupation. And from 27th of September until the 8th of November, we have been going very successfully, going through ravines, through rivers, and climbing up the high mountains. We have been bringing closer this victory, and this is very symbolic. Just 5 years ago, the liberation of the city of Shusha has completely dispelled the Armenian army, and after all, they have surrendered. And starting from the 9th of November to 10th of November, Armenian leadership has officially signed a capitulation act by tendering a full surrender. And by this way, we have restored the historic justice, international law, and we have brought back our national dignity. Today, Karabakh and Eastern Zangezur are being restored. Today, we are implementing the Great Return program. Schools, hospitals, industrial facilities, energy power plant, water storage facilities, and houses are being constructed. And over 60,000 people today live in the liberated territories. They work there, and they get their education there. And all these historic achievements So this is a nice occasion to congratulate once again our dearest Azerbaijani people. We have been living these 5 years since our victory, and I am confident that from now on, Azerbaijani people, as the glorious people and Azerbaijani state, will live eternally. We are the masters of these lands. We are back to Karabakh and Eastern Zangezur. And after all, we will eternally live in those lands, and the Azerbaijani flag will eternally fly in those lands. Once again, I congratulate the entire Azerbaijani people on the occasion of this glorious victory. I wish good health and new successes to Azerbaijani people. Karabakh is Azerbaijan. The President of the Republic of Turkey, Mr. Recep Tayyip Erdogan.
My dear brother, President Ilham Aliyev, Prime Minister of Pakistan, Shahbaz Sharif, heroic members of the Azerbaijani Armed Forces, my Azerbaijani brothers and sisters, I greet you all with my most heartfelt feelings, with respect and affection. On the 5th anniversary of our Victory Day, I'm very happy to be with you. For his kind invitation, I extend my gratitude to my brother, Ilham Aliyev. I bring you the greetings of your brothers and sisters in Turkey. I bring you the sincerest regards of 86 million people. On this proud day of ours, I believe that our brothers and sisters in the Organization of Turkic States are also sharing the same enthusiasm with us. May our victory be blessed. May Allah grant Azerbaijan and the Turkic world many more victories. I thank all the representatives from friendly countries who are with us today, especially my brother, Prime Minister Shahbaz of Pakistan, who shares Azerbaijan's happiness. My brothers and sisters, today we are celebrating the 5th anniversary of a magnificent and tremendous victory that put an end to a 30-year occupation. I once again commemorate with mercy all our martyrs who fell in the homeland war, the brave sons of Azerbaijan. May Allah bless the souls of our martyrs and grant them paradise. One of the symbolic names of Azerbaijani literature, Mehmet Aras, described the Azerbaijani Turks' love for homeland as follows. Today, every moment of ours should say homeland. Our sword, our shield should say homeland. Well, instead of the fallen The remaining ones should say homeland. Every feeling of our heart, every single emphasis, accent should say homeland. No matter where we are, our time, our place should say homeland. I express my gratitude to our heroic veterans whose hearts always beat for the homeland. And I pray that Allah is pleased with them, and we thank them. I congratulate once again all members of the Azerbaijani armed forces who ended the 30-year occupation with their epic struggle at the cost of their lives. In like manner, I sincerely congratulate my brother Ilham Aliyev, the architect and leader of this great victory, and wish him continued and lasting success. I would like you to know that the liberation of Karabakh is not only a source of pride for Azerbaijan, but also for the entire Turkic world. Every single step taken by the Azerbaijani army on the soil of Karabakh and every single drop of blood shed for independence and honor has been inscribed in gold letters in our shared history as a badge of honor in the history of the Turkic world. Today, Azerbaijan soldiers stand shoulder to shoulder, side by side with their brothers from Turkey. When we look at our soldiers, we can all see what the motto "Two states, one nation" means. The flag of freedom rising on the blood of our martyrs waves with honor, pride and glory all over Karabakh. As you know, 45 days ago, we bid farewell to a great poet who was originally from Karabakh. Merhum, the late Yavuz Bülent Bakiler, expressed his longing for Karabakh with the following lines. I can enter your soil with flags. I'm longing for Karabakh. Like lovers, I can die for Karabakh. If everything ends one day without me seeing Karabakh, I don't want bands or big wreaths. I only ask Allah to give my soul some peace. Well, just let a few handful of blessed soil of Karabakh be sprinkled over me. Poets wrote such poems filled with longing for Karabakh for years. Under the resolute, determined leadership of my brother Ilham, the Azerbaijani army liberated Karabakh from occupation and put an end to the fire burning in the hearts of people for 30 years. It's thanks to Allah today, from Lachin to Shusha, from Zangilan to Hankendi, and from Hocalı to Fuzuli, there is peace, there is development, there is prosperity and freedom in every single soil, piece of land of Karabakh. Inshallah, this climate of peace and security will continue to strengthen. My valuable friends, distinguished guests, The Karabakh victory not only ended a great injustice that wounded consciences, but also opened doors to a new era in our region. The homeland war also changed the geopolitical balances in Asia and Europe. We neither hold grudges nor allow the pains of the past to be repeated. Therefore, we consider this victory not as an end, but as a milestone on the road to lasting peace in the Caucasus. We believe that the establishment of peace in the Caucasus will serve the prosperity of the entire region from Asia to Europe. I would especially like to emphasize one point here. We're very hopeful and optimistic about lasting peace. We appreciate the sincere efforts of my brother Ilham Aliyev for the establishment of lasting peace. We're also happy to see the courageous steps taken by Prime Minister Pashinyan of Armenia. Inshallah, this tremendous victory will result in a lasting agreement that will consolidate peace and tranquility in the region, thanks to the constructive attitude of both leaders. As Turkey, we will continue to do whatever is required of us in this regard. At this point, we take pride in the progress achieved by Azerbaijan, both in its region and beyond. Our exceptional relations are strengthened every day with concrete and strategic projects. As you will remember, we crowned our cooperation with the Azeri Çırak Güneşli project of the century and the Baku-Tbilisi-Ceyhan crude oil pipeline, Shah Deniz and TANAP. So we crowned our cooperation with these projects and further reinforced it with the commissioning of the Iğdır-Nahçıvan natural gas pipeline. We're now striving to take this cooperation further and expand its scope. We hope that the new routes to be established in the Caucasus will increase transportation and energy transmission opportunities. We need to further develop the east-west middle corridor crossing the Caspian Sea with investments for the benefit of all our brothers and sisters. I believe that we will take much further steps together with Azerbaijan to use the Baku-Tbilisi-Kars railway line in the most efficient way. Distinguished brothers and sisters, Azerbaijan is making great efforts for the reconstruction of the region, especially Karabakh, the safe return of the people, and the restoration of destroyed cultural and religious heritage. Together with my brother Ilham and my brother Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif of Pakistan, we visited parts of Karabakh. I personally witnessed the mobilization for development and investment throughout Karabakh after the victory. I saw on-site airports, roads, bridges, tunnels, railways, houses, rising buildings, agricultural and transportation projects. Under the leadership of my brother Ilham, I closely observed what dear Azerbaijan can achieve. Once again, I say, MashaAllah, Barakallah. Of course, what we have seen is just the beginning. Inshallah, more will follow. With its magnificent beauty, Karabakh will once again become the shining star of the region. During this process, we will provide all the required support to Azerbaijan. In addition to our bilateral cooperation with Azerbaijan, we also continue our unity and solidarity within the Organization of Turkic States. With the participation of all members of our family council at the highest level, we held our 12th summit in Gebele in October. I'm pleased that the decision I called for at the summit, the declaration of December 15th as World Turkic Language Day, has been enforced by UNESCO. Our solidarity with Azerbaijan will, inshallah, gain even more momentum during Azerbaijan's term presidency of the organization. I wish Azerbaijan every success in all the work to be conducted. With the unwavering support of Azerbaijan, I hope the position of the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus within the Turkic world will be strengthened. May Allah help and protect us. With these thoughts, I once again commemorate with mercy our martyrs who watered the land with their blood in the homeland war and express my gratitude to our veterans. Likewise, I once again remember and commemorate with gratitude all the martyrs of the Caucasian Islamic Army who liberated Baku from occupation in 1918, especially Ghazi Namdar Shahid Ala Enver Pasha and his brother Nuri Killigil Pasha. So I remember and commemorate them once again with gratitude. Taking this opportunity, I sincerely congratulate your 19th November State Flag Day. I greet you all with my most heartfelt feelings. Thank you, and may Allah protect you.
Prime Minister of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, Mr. Muhammad Shahbaz Sharif.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Qul ya ibadiyallazina asrafu ala anfusihim la taqnatu min rahmatillahi inna Allaha yaghfiru dhunuban jamia. Sadaqallahu Mawlana al-Azim. My dear brother, President Ilham Aliyev, my dear brother, President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, my dear brother Sheikh Hamdan Muhammad bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Crown Prince of Dubai, UAE, heroic personnel of the armed forces of Azerbaijan, my Azerbaijani brothers and sisters, esteemed dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very good afternoon. I am grateful to my dear brother President Ilham Aliyev for his gracious invitation and the warm hospitality extended to me and my delegation on this joyous occasion. I bring with me the heartfelt greetings of the people of Pakistan who equally share the pride and joy of their Azerbaijani brothers and sisters on this historic day, celebrating the 5th anniversary of the glorious victory in the 44-day patriotic war. Ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan, Azerbaijan and Turkey, three brothers whose hearts beat together, are present here today along with our brothers from UAE, standing shoulder to shoulder, celebrating this momentous occasion. And what a proud and scintillating sight it is right here to witness our valiant armed forces marching beside their Azerbaijani and Turkish brothers as the skies come alive with the roar of the JF-17 Thunder jets, a resounding symbol of our enduring friendship, which has, alhamdulillah, grown from strength to strength over these years. Ladies and gentlemen, I am also reminded of the Azerbaijani and Turkish military contingents that proudly marched alongside the Pakistani armed forces in Islamabad amid tremendous applause on the 14th of August this year when we celebrated Marka-e-Haq to commemorate our historic victory in the 4-day war with India. I vividly recall memories of my own childhood. Ladies and gentlemen, I recall my good old memories of my childhood when my late father shared stories of the struggle and sacrifice of our forefathers and their conviction and self-belief that led to the creation of Pakistan in 1947. Today, as I witness your radiant faces and shining eyes, those cherished childhood memories are being refreshed in my mind. Ladies and gentlemen, our national poet, Dr. Allama Muhammad Iqbal, a guiding light of our freedom struggle, beautifully expressed in a poetic verse, and I quote, "Ghulami mein na kaam aati hain shamshirein na tadbirein, ghulami mein na kaam aati hain shamshirein na tadbirein, jo ho zauke yaqeen paida to kat jati hai zanjeerein." Iqbal says, and I translate in English, in bondage, neither swords nor strategies work. They fail. They don't work. But when the fire of conviction awakens, then all chains of bondage are shattered, are cut. This is what Iqbal said decades ago. And these timeless words remind us that freedom is not won by force alone, but it is unwavering belief and commitment that breathes life into such heroic struggles. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 years ago, the courageous sons of Azerbaijan, under the bold and visionary leadership of my dear brother President Ilham Aliyev, rose to respond to the call of history. The world witnessed in awe as Azerbaijan's brave armed forces liberated their ancestral lands of majestic Karabakh. Throughout this entire struggle for liberation, Pakistan stood like a rock with its brotherly country, Azerbaijan, and will stand with our brothers and sisters in Azerbaijan for all times to come. Honorable guests, Azerbaijan's victory in Karabakh was a glorious vindication of a just and a fair cause, a beacon of hope for all nations around the globe striving for sovereignty and self-determination, including the brave and resilient people of Gaza and Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. This year, the entire world witnessed how the great people and resolute leadership of Azerbaijan and Turkey stood firmly with Pakistan during the 4-day war with India in May this year. Under the dynamic and fearless command of Field Marshal Sayyid Asim Munir, who is present here to witness this wonderful ceremony, Pakistan's highly professional armed forces delivered a bloody nose to our enemy with a precise and highly effective military punch that stunned the enemy into shock and disbelief. Our ever vigilant Air Force Hawks, ably commanded by Air Chief Marshal Zahir Babar Sidhu, shot down 7 highly sophisticated enemy aircrafts with lightning speed in defense of the motherland. Indeed, Pakistan, like our Azerbaijani and Turkish brothers, seeks peace, but let there be no doubt at all that no one can ever be allowed to challenge our sovereignty or undermine our territorial integrity. Ladies and gentlemen, today as we celebrate the past, we also look to the future with great hopes and aspirations. It is heartening to see the return of displaced families to their homes in Karabakh. My dear brother, Mr. President, it is also a great testament to your personal strong commitment to the welfare and progress of the people of Azerbaijan. The astounding speed of reconstruction under your leadership, Mr. President, in Shusha, the jewel of Karabakh, Khan Kendi, Fuzuli, Lachin, and all across the liberated territories of Karabakh is absolutely phenomenal and beyond imagination. Also, one of the most successful models of development is found in present-day Turkey, whose architect is none other than my dear brother President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, who is also here as one of our very honorable guests to witness this great ceremony. I must express my sincere admiration for his visionary leadership that has transformed Turkey into a modern, progressive, strategic, and economic world power. Ladies and gentlemen, true victories lies not on the battlefield alone, but in building bridges of peace and understanding. My dear brother President Ilham Aliyev, I deeply admire your sagacious leadership that guided Azerbaijan on the difficult journey leading to peace with dignity and mutual respect between Azerbaijan and Armenia. Having secured a resounding military victory in Karabakh, Mr. President, you have now won peace through your outstanding, skillful diplomacy. Here, I must acknowledge and appreciate President Donald Trump for his exemplary leadership that culminated in the success of these peace efforts. It was President Trump's bold and decisive leadership that brought about the ceasefire between Pakistan and India, restoring peace in South Asia, averting a major war, and saving millions of people. Ladies and gentlemen, our common resolve for peace has most recently been tested in the case of Afghanistan. I am grateful to my dear brother President Recep Tayyip Erdogan for his invaluable contribution in facilitating the peace efforts between Pakistan and Afghanistan, along with the state of Qatar. This is a true reflection of the strong and time-tested fraternal ties between our countries that stand together through thick and thin. Ladies and gentlemen, while we celebrate victory today, we must also remember the fallen. May Allah rest the souls of the martyrs of this glorious struggle of Azerbaijan, who laid their life to reclaim their ancestral land with their blood and invaluable sacrifices. Their courage, fortitude, and sacrifice wrote an immortal chapter in annals of history that will continue to inspire generations for all time to come. And today, as the beautiful Khari Bulbul flowers bloom across the liberated lands of Karabakh, nurtured by the soil and enriched with the blood and sacrifice of those brave sons and daughters, they bring the glad tidings of peace and hope. May Allah Almighty grant our great nations the strength to continue marching resolutely towards a promising future of progress and prosperity. Pakistan, Azerbaijan Dosti Zindabad. Pakistan, Azerbaijan, Turkey, UAE Dosti Paindabad. Thank you all. Khuda Hafiz.
आज़रबाईजान के यौम फ़तह पर बाकू में मरकज़ी तकरीब और परेड का इनेकाद। वज़ीर आज़म मोहम्मद शहबाज शरीफ इस तकरीब से खिताब कर रहे थे। वज़ीर आज़म मोहम्मद शहबाज शरीफ का इस तकरीब से खिताब करते हुए कहना था कि यौम फ़तह की तकरीब में शिरकत बाइस से इफ्तिखार है। पाकिस्तानी अवाम की तरफ से आज़रबाईजान के अवाम और हुकूमत को मुबारकबाद देता हूँ। पाकिस्तान, तुर्की और आज़रबाईजान तीन मुल्क, लेकिन हमारे दिल एक साथ धड़कते हैं। तीनों मुल्कों ने मुतअद्दिद मौक़े पर अपनी लाजवाल दोस्ती का सबूत दिया। वज़ीर आज़म मोहम्मद शहबाज शरीफ ने इस तकरीब से खिताब करते हुए कहा कि मार्का हक की कामयाबी के जश्न में आज़रबाईजान के दस्ते की शिरकत अहमियत की हामिल थी। आज़ादी के लिए जद्दोजहद, अज़्म और हौसला ज़रूरी है। आज़रबाईजान की बहादुर अफवाज ने अज़्म और बुलंद हौसले से कामयाबी हासिल की। पाकिस्तान ने आज़रबाईजान के मुनसिफाना मौक़िफ़ का हमेशा भरपूर साथ दिया। वज़ीर आज़म मोहम्मद शहबाज शरीफ ने कहा कि भारतीय जारहियत के दौरान भरपूर यकजहती पर तुर्की और ब्रदरली मुल्क आज़रबाईजान के मशकूर हैं। मार्का हक में हमने दुश्मन के दांत खट्टे किए और पाकिस्तान ने दुश्मन के साथ जंगी तैयारे मार गिराए। माजी की कामयाबियों का जश्न मनाते हुए हमें मुस्तकबिल पर भी नज़र रखनी है। आज़रबाईजान के यौम फ़तह पर बाकू में मरकज़ी तकरीब और परेड का इनेकाद। इस तकरीब के आगाज़ में आज़रबाईजान के सदर इल्हाम अलीयौफ ने भी खिताब किया इस तकरीब से और तकरीब के मेहमानान को खुश आमदीद कहा। अपनी कौम को यौम फ़तह पर मुबारकबाद दी। आज़री सदर ने वज़ीर आज़म मोहम्मद शहबाज शरीफ और तुर्क सदर रजब तय्यिब एर्दोगान का तकरीब में खुसूस